Okay, so welcome back. This is Google Professional Development Part 2. The first uh, YouTube video was the actual site and go through it and show everything. This one is actually going to be a more identify the evaluation processes and also changes that I have possibly to expect. Okay, so for the evaluation process, I did a couple of different things to make sure that the course was effective and the model was set to the goals and the goals were obtained. So the first thing is let's look at the goals. Classroom goals, again, were to identify the main components, identify the unique value throughout the teaching process, share the assignments with students and keep them on task, and then give students timely feedback. So those were the overall goals, along with actually setting up the classroom. So in order to set up the classroom as the assignment and to successfully do that, we created the lessons and also actually walked through the lessons and created it. So in order to evaluate that, the successful completion of every person in the room being able to create their class was successful. Everyone did create a classroom, set it up, invite students. So that was good. Everyone did upload at least one practice assignment so that I was able to see that they were able to do that. And steps that were taken before, I did send out the course sites, create a user so that everyone could already have a login set up when they came. I did send out the pre-assessment ahead of time so that I knew what students knew coming into the classroom, and knowing from that no one knew anything about it for the most part. So I was able to actually start from scratch with that. So that was what was before. Now, actually, during the course, like I said, we reviewed the handout. We actually talked about the benefits of using classrooms, how to use the classroom settings, add students, things like that, through the actual lesson. And after we were able to, I was actually able to assess with a post assessment, which we showed in the first video, and also a overall course survey, and there was a discussion post as well that allowed me to see if students were able to really grasp the full understanding. Um, okay, so the discussion post was, please take a minute and think about the benefits of having Google in the classroom, which is what we talked about during the lesson, and they were actually to do the good discussion after we left. Your assignment is to create your own discussion post on why using Google in the classroom is beneficial, and or if it is not or has downfalls, what are they? They actually had to post their own and then also review and repost. So when we open this, we see two posts. So I had one student not do it. How can I implement this with limited computer access? This actual person doesn't have Chromebooks yet, and they're in a greenhouse. So they have one computer for themselves, and the students have no other electronic devices. And the other one is another business teacher who is in a computer lab. How can we look to Google to help overcome socioeconomic factors in an educational achievement? So that is also a great idea in regards to implementing into the classroom. So through these posts, I was actually very impressed and able to decide that the PD course was successful. Also, working with the peers, I was actually able to have a discussion individually with them in regards to implementing Google Classroom. And overall, the evaluation phase was successful, and the process did indeed go the way that I needed it to go. The alignment of the goals was set. I did follow the goals. The evaluation plan met the goals as well. Um, the fact that the students are already set up on Google Sites and able to access it after the fact was very beneficial to them. They thought that was fantastic. So I will be maintaining this course sites and adding to it, along with hopefully doing some more professional development. I was very excited to do that, and it was better than what I thought it was going to be. In regards to the materials, the evaluation tools I knew had to be hands-on. In with technology, especially hands-on is always best, because actually seeing and doing helps put into memory. I'm a firm believer in that. So creating the course site as part of the evaluation process was ideal, I felt, and being able to see the students do it and practice it was key for that. And lastly, changes that I will make. I will add more screenshots in order to actually step by step follow each lesson. Maybe not all of them, but maybe any tricky ones. I know when we were going through the course, there were two links on the page when you log in that did different things, so I want to highlight those. And also in regards to modification, the materials were ideal. I don't think there was any modification needed. I do think that adding a couple more assessments in regards to, I think everybody understands the purpose of using Google Classroom in the classroom, but in regards to actually doing and implementing, I know going with a couple of these teachers old school, handing out papers and collecting them, or even the math teacher who, a lot of the stuff has to be done via paper. What would be the best implementation methods? I think there would be a great another lesson to add with all of this information. So those are all the final steps. So the first video, again, it went through the actual course. This one was the overall evaluation. I look forward to future professional development activities, and I hope you enjoyed.